I'm Dan Tobin, the founder of the Seacoast Parkinson Wellness Expo and the Community Project, and I'm here with Gayle Davis of Senior Helpers of New Hampshire, right?
Southern New Hampshire.
Southern New
Yeah.
Hampshire. How far do you go?
So we serve Hillsborough, Merrimack, Stratford, and Rockingham County. So the four largest southern-based counties in the state.
So that's a lot of people.
That's a lot of turf, yeah.
And what's the range of service?
So we offer anything from some basic assistance around the house. It could be some light housekeeping, linen changes. We can do laundry. We can take you grocery shopping, meal preparation, play a mean game of checkers or cards, all the way through to bathing, grooming, toileting, assistance with ambulation, and then end of life.
Now, you've been paying attention to Parkinson's for quite a while. I think you were one of the first organizations to sign on with me last year for the first expo when a lot of people were saying, "What are you talking about?" But you got it early on.
Yes, I'm very fortunate. Senior Helpers happens to be the only home care company in the United States that has a specific Parkinson's program. And that program was developed in conjunction with the Johns Hopkins Medical Team, the Michael J. Fox Foundation, and Senior Helpers. And what we really focus in on is looking at what are the motor symptoms and what are the non-motor symptoms. Use strategies to sort of work around those things, but then also focus on things that you can do and not get stuck in what is increasingly difficult for you to do.
And how did you get to launch a program on Parkinson's? Were you seeing that from the field, a growth in diagnosis?
That's a great question. So Senior Helpers also has a dementia program. And so under that big dementia umbrella, there's all types of dementia. So you have Lewy body and you have frontal temporal and you have Alzheimer's, but you also have Parkinson's.
Right.
Okay, a lot of people dismiss the fact that Parkinson's is part of the dementia family because in many cases, one of the symptoms happens to be cognitive decline. So how did Senior Helpers get to having a Parkinson's program? Because there was the number of people that are being diagnosed is the number grows and grows every year, and
Right.
And you know it can be you don't know you have it until you have it, right?
A lot of people have it for a year or two before it's diagnosed.
That's right.
It's
Same
hard.
same thing with dementia, Dan. A lot of people have dementia for 5 to 7 years before it's actually diagnosed. And one of the big things is the spouse covers up for the spouse. One of the most proud things for us here at Senior Helpers is that we have a program that supports this population, folks that are inflicted with Parkinson's, and also to support their families to get an understanding about what the disease is. And guess what? You can live with it.
You definitely can. And exercise makes a big difference, but so does social involvement.
Yeah.
We're seeing that more and more. And just people become isolated with Parkinson's. And I think with you and your team going out into the field and seeing people in their houses, you get an insight into.
Right. Giving them that one-on-one care, meeting them where they are, meeting them in their environment where they feel safe. So many people all of a sudden, when you said, okay, so you have tremors, and when you first started having tremors, you know, our quick thing is to like, I'm not going out. I don't want anybody to see me like
Right.
this. But I think that we as a society need to be more open to recognizing that people have a lot of afflictions. We know as a society about dementia, about all the types of dementia, including Parkinson's, and then also why is Lewy body so attached to Parkinson's these days, and really getting that level of understanding that how we can support our community, how we can support our loved ones.
Now, last year, I didn't know what to expect when we launched the first expo. I didn't know 5 people would show up or 100. We had more than 100. We
Oh,
had,
I think the number I'm sticking with is about 150.
well, we overwhelmed our registration system, so we lost count after about 100. But yeah, I think upwards of 100. And what struck me was how upbeat the mood was.
Yeah.
People were just happy to be out and trying things out and not sitting passively listening to a PowerPoint.
It was all about engagement.
Right.
And really, when you looked around the room, there may have been some people that were sitting listening before a demo started. But I mean, getting people engaged and getting people, the folks that were there with Parkinson's, they didn't feel like they were on display. They were there with their loved ones, asking questions and learning about assistive devices at Northeast Passage and the walking sticks and
Right.
Tai Chi and Big and Loud and
It was big and loud too.
it did get a little loud with some.
It's going to be louder
points.
this year.
Yeah, I just can't wait till we have this conversation again next year, and we're just going, oh my God, did you believe what happened? And because this year we even have ping pong going on.
We've got ping pong.
Yeah.
I think we've got a putting green that's going to be set up.
Yeah.
And we've got singing. We've got drumming. And art projects.
Yes.
I refer to it as a 3-ring circus, but it's more like a 300-ring circus at this point.
There's a lot of moving parts, but I encourage anyone that has Parkinson's, knows someone that has Parkinson's, or is curious about the disease to come and join us.